Hello there, it's Mark again with Shooter's Rest, come to another video. Today we'll talk a little bit about the AR platform. Nothing specific necessarily for AR-15 or AR-10, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 Grendel. The platform itself is pretty much the same across the board, just some different parts, different pieces, different magazines, different uppers, different lowers. But we'll just go through the basics today, just go through some of the things that for the new folks, folks who maybe having questions about the platform itself. What you see here in front of me is a basic AR-15, nothing super fancy. It's a bone stock, started out as a DPMS model, Sportical. All I did was change the handguard. Used to have a round factory style handguard, just changed that out, put a little different flash hider on the front, different optic, which didn't come with an optic, but I added it, and of course a bipod. Now, these are all the things that you can add, but your basic gun or weapon is the same regardless. So what you have is what they call an upper. That's basically everything you see from the pistol grip here up forward to the end of the barrel is what they consider your upper of an AR platform. Doesn't matter if it's an AR-15 or a 10 again, or Creedmoor or Grendel, that's your upper. So when somebody says, what upper do you have, or are you using a certain particular brand of upper, that's what they're talking about. So, and the lower, of course, is everything from that part right here in the center down where the pistol grip is, the trigger, and the mag well. And for the magazine is considered the lower or lower receiver. Same with the upper receiver. The two go together with these two pins you see right here. You just push those out, gun breaks apart. Then that's your basic uppers and lowers. Parts, of course, are different manufacturers, different types. You have billet, you have standard forged aluminum. You have some polymers that are out there. Lots of different options, but realize that most of them, for the most part, are basically the same. They are built on a mil-spec platform, which means, they're all built the same. They're, for the most part, the same. So there's no real big worry about what's one versus the other. It's about name. It's about what's on the side, the design. When you want to go look at the uppers and lowers, it's what they call stripped, meaning there's no parts, they're just bare bones, then that's what you're looking at, is kind of manufacturer, who makes it, and what's on the side as far as, different logos, different company things that are on there. Then you have, of course, your fore-end or your handguard. They have different lengths, different styles, quad rails, key mod, M-lock, lots of different options to look at there. That's all based on what you're going to do with it and comfortability of the shooter. You have multiple lengths that you can choose from on there, all the way out to, possibly even 18 to 20 inches, depending on who makes it and how custom you want to go. But the standards are 16.5, 15, generally 10, sometimes 11, down to 7, and then according to getting your pistol lengths, they get a little smaller in the 4s and 5s. But that's, fore-end. Then of course you have your end of your barrel. You have your flash hider or flash suppressor. Most of them come with what they call a standard bird cage. And that's what this is, which was removed from this weapon here, and this is added to it. This is not a silencer or suppressor. It's just a slip-over fake can, basically, is what they call it. So it kind of gives the impression of that. Doesn't necessarily serve any purpose other than to make it look different. But the flash hider, of course, does reduce your flash signature in low light or evening time firing, so it's not quite so bright and a big ball of flame. But there's lots of options to choose from there when you're looking at them. They all serve about the same purpose. Is one better than the other? That's all personal choice. So, and personal opinion. So, that being said, no real big deal there. Then you have your barrel, which is hard to see, but there's lots of different barrel options, fluted, non-fluted. which is basically a heat thing, helps reduce heat on the barrel when being fired. You have heavy barrel, mil-spec, pencil, different lengths in barrels, lots of different options, but that just comes from research and doing picking the barrel that you think is the right for your build. Asking the questions of which is best and what you're going to do with the gun. The heavier the barrel, obviously the heavier the weapon's going to be, the lighter the barrel, vice versa, it's going to be lighter. So lots of options there. If it's a gas system like this gun is, you have a gas block, it's hard to see, it's up in here, and a gas tube which goes back into the bolt carrier, which allows the gun to function while being fired, because the gas operated system uses some of the gas to push the bolt back. Your bolt carrier, grab this one here. Now this of course isn't an AR-15 bolt carrier, this is an AR-10 bolt carrier, but it's the basic same design. This one's just bigger. You have your bolt carrier, which is the big part, and your bolt, which is this part here that has the cutouts and the serrated around it, which locks into the end of the barrel, so that when fired, of course, everything can work. So that's basically that. Of course, inside your bolt carrier is the firing pin and a few other minor small parts like gas rings and so forth. But this is the gas key right here on the top. That's where the gas tube slides into, and once fired, of course, helps push the bolt backwards into the buffer tube to allow functioning of pulling around and chambering the next round out of the magazine. So then we get into pistol grips. Millions of different choices out there. That's one that's just personal choice. What's best for you, what fits in your hand. Some may not, some may. But get the right one that's comfortable for you. Not necessarily comfortable for everyone else. They just may like it, but it may work for them and not for you. Then you have your butt stock. Lots of different ones there too. This is an adjustable 6 position. They have 5, 4, 7 position that you can slide back and forth based on position where you want it to be. They have fixed position that doesn't move at all, just stays in one spot. A lot of folks like that. A lot of folks don't. They want to be able to move back and forth. It rides on the buffer tube. Inside this buffer tube is a spring and a buffer that help the bolt slow down as it flies back and hits that, and then helps it function and work the next round. Of course, that's what makes it a semi-automatic. So, that being said, that's your basic parts of an AR-15 or AR platform. We can go further into it later in later videos. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Ask us, and we'll be glad to further any questions, answer those questions, and help you understand the AR platform. Again, thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. We'll make lots more, go further in detail about different AR platforms and different things on the platforms to help them function better. Thank you.